Yes, Mr. Chairman, the new training facilities are fantastic, but obviously I still can't guarantee that we're going to win. Yeah, I know we have spent a lot of money on transfers to get into the Champions League, but, I'm doing my best. It's tough to win these games, sir. Please, sir, do not call me that. I've told you before, it really upsets me. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 6, Episode 5 at Brentford as we attempt to follow in Dean Smith's footsteps. Without much luck so far, we stalled out at Brentford a little bit. And today we have a must-win game against Hertha Berlin in the Champions League. If we don't win, it's almost impossible for us to get out of this group. And then we're going to host Liverpool in the Premier League as well. But the big news since last episode is we have upgraded again our facilities, our training facilities. So you can see we have superb training facilities and great youth facilities to go with our state-of-the-art data analysis facilities. And the junior youth, and youth recruitment is both exceptional and excellent as well. We have requested and the board has agreed to upgrade the training facilities again, so they will be heading up towards state-of-the-art sort of this time next season. But yeah, everything is looking good off the field for Brentford, which is wonderful, so we just need to make sure we're getting on the field performances starting to match up a little bit. Now, we have 3 games to catch you up on since last episode. The first of one was in the Premier League against Arsenal. We fell behind in the second minute, but Arp's knockdown found Rambleson to draw us level. So it was a terrible start behind in the second minute, but after that, I've got to say, I thought we were the better team and probably deserved to win the game, to be honest, but Rambleson pulled us level. We just didn't quite manage. You can see the match ratings, they weren't really good enough to win the game, were they? But yeah, I did feel as though we were the more dangerous team, maybe if not the better team. Next up, we played Nottingham Forest. This was the Carabao Cup 4th round as we look for a little bit of revenge from our opening day defeat to Dean Smith's boys. So let's go see if we got into the quarterfinals. 1 goal secured the tie when Jack Scott crossed for Christian Erkinger. So we did manage to scrape past them, Erkinger with the goal. Again, I think we did deserve to win. You can see we had the better of the game on the match stats. We had the better players as well. You can see both keepers played well, which is a little bit, it could have gone either way. We gave Nassari a game up top. He had some really good chances, a combination of good goalkeeping, which explains the match rating there, and a little bit of poor finishing. He got taken off, but yeah, ultimately we got into the next round. We're playing Derby County. I think they're Premier League, bottom of the Premier League, or towards the bottom of the Premier League. That's who we got in the quarterfinals. So a big chance of going back to the semi-finals of the EFL Cup this season. There is one final game to catch you up on in the Premier League. That's against struggling Swansea City. We took the lead with a Hudson-Odoi special. And he turned provider for our second, picking out Vassie, who finished well. So they were down towards the bottom of the Premier League and we put them to the sword nicely. We were really good in the first half. Hudson-Odoi with a nice one. Vassie with a goal as well, which is good to see because he was on a bit of a goal drought. Match stats make it look like it was an even game, but look at the player ratings. That's what tells the story here. We were the better team. We were, as I said, brilliant in the first half. Just kind of saw it out in the second half, which is where they got a few of their shots. But it was as comfortable as I think as it could be for a Premier League win. So have a quick look at what all that means for the league table. We are in 6th. We are 6 points off top. We are 2 points off the Champions League. We are still ahead of Manchester City and Chelsea, which is wonderful. And as I said, we played Liverpool in the second game today, and they are up there in 2nd. So it's a big game. But right now, it is Champions League football. There's Derby County in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup as well. It is Hertha Berlin in the Champions League, and you can see that this is, we have to win. If they get to 9 points and we're on 3, 2 games to play, mathematically we're almost out of it anyway. So it's massive football here at Brentford for this one. We are favourites for the game. We have improved our form a little bit of recent times. They're inconsistent. We saw all about them last time out. They're still a Pal Dai coach team. You can see they're a cautious passing style of play. We're expecting them to come out in the same formation they did last time. They got a 1-0 win over Köln last time out. They're 9th in the Bundesliga. Now, last time we played them, they were 13th. So they're obviously kicking up a little bit up the table there, but still mid-table in the Bundesliga. You'd like to think we'd be able to beat them at home. Positional heat map, we can see relatively just sort of standard, I would say. They do, you like to attack in wide areas though. Passing network is their key passes as well. And this is a team we're sending out. It is a massive game And let's hope we get a massive performance from these boys. It's Pickford in goal. It's Michelotti, McKenna, Soleil, and Scott as the back four. It's Matteo, Maybe, and Rambleson in midfield. Indedi as an inside forward. Erkinger as an inside forward. Feteyap up top. Let's go. So they've pulled a little bit of a surprise and they've gone a lot more defensive. They are obviously aware of the fact that a point is a fantastic result for them here. So they're going to obviously try and hang on for that. Bowen says they're expected to prove a point today. Show what you can do to keep the run going, boys. Let's go with that. As I said last episode, our form in general is not too bad. In the Champions League, obviously, I mean, we've beat Juventus, but we've lost both our away games. And I mean, there is no sort of second chances here. We have to win this game. We've got a bruised knee for Jack Scott, so that should be fine. McKenna brings the ball out of defence here for us. Out there for Michelotti. In for Mabry. Mabry brings it forward, gets on the outside of his man. Can he get across? Feteyap is not really in a great position. Infield for Matteo. Matteo with a little bit of space to Rambleson. Back to Matteo. Look at Scott out here. No, Rambleson goes the other side to Michelotti. Fantastic grab. Ball in for Feteyap. It's blocked. It's still there for Feteyap. How has he not put that away? The goal was begging, and Feteyap has smacked it straight into the goalkeeper. Let's get creative here, boys. It's been a fantastic start, but we need to get that goal. And Juventus are losing to Celtic. That could be a fantastic result for us if we win, because it would mean all teams are on 6 points. But if we lose, suddenly, Europa League starts to look a little bit dodgy for us. Scott there for Indedi. Indedi with the cross. Back post. Erkinger's there, and Erkinger puts it through the goalkeeper. It was a horrible piece of goalkeeping, to be honest. But Christian Erkinger, a third goal for our young Austrian wonder kid. That's a wonderful thing. We'll tell him to concentrate. We were just beginning to look a little bit anxious and nervous. Hopefully that goal will settle us down. Indedi with the cross. Erkinger with the header. Goalkeeper with a flap. And it is 1-0 to Brentford, and that goal could be priceless. They've lost a man to injury as well. Here we go with Erkinger again. Gets past his man eventually. What can he do here? Can he cut infield? Look at how many men they have back behind the ball. There's a ball infield there for Matteo, for Rambleson. Rambleson unleashes one, and it goes just over the bar. One good thing about being in front is that it may mean that they have to come out at us at some point. They will have to come out at us at some point. So, if they can have men behind the ball, as long as we don't let them catch us on the break, that's fine. Celtic are still 1-0 up at Juventus. Oh, how that 3-goal defeat to Celtic may yet come back and haunt us. Assertive, don't get complacent, boys. Because it's the goal difference from that, isn't it, that could end up being absolutely crucial for us. It was such a disappointing performance, that one, wasn't it? But so far, so good here. Let's get back out there. Let's demand a little bit more. We've got some apprehensive players in Michelotti and Arp, which isn't ideal, particularly Feteyap. We do have Dan on the bench, who we could look to bring up top. Let's try a no pressure here. See if that works for us. Everybody says they're uninterested, but can we? No, nothing really is going to change it. All right, so let's get some changes done here. Let's get Dan on for Feteyap. McKenna and Michelotti are nervous and apprehensive. I wonder if we can do an individual talk. Probably. Do we want? If you're nervous, apprehensive, you probably want no pressure, don't you? No pressure, boys. No pressure. Just be cool. Just be cool. Let's go back off of attacking. I mean, we're dominating the game. Celtic's drawn back to 1-1. Let's give it a show some passion, perhaps. Can we get a second goal here for the goal difference, if nothing else? We do just need to make sure we get the result, though, don't we? So let's close this thing down. Oh, I didn't quite slow down there. And hopefully, we're going to see this out. There it is. Well, it's not been pretty. It was a dominating performance from us. We shut them down completely, but just the one goal in the end. But a priceless 3 points. Well done, boys. Well done. So, vintage display. I don't know if it's a vintage display, but ensures Brentford victory. Money in the bank. Farka is looking at Matteo, Arp, and a couple of other of their guys for the Germany squad. But if we have a quick look at other results, Celtic 3, Juventus 2, an 84th minute goal, a 91st minute goal, and then a 93rd minute goal for Juventus. But Celtic held on for the win, which means the group is tied at 6. We have Celtic at home, we have Juventus away. If we get 4 points from that, it should be enough. If we only get the 3, then it may not be enough. It couldn't be any more tightly balanced, could it? The goal difference is what's hurting us right now. And, let me know what you guys think in the comments. How is this group going to play out? Celtic at home, Juventus away. That is insane. Absolutely insane, this group. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We are hosting Liverpool in the Premier League next. Can we get another win? Okay, welcome back. Here we are about to face Liverpool, host Liverpool in the Premier League. We are the favourites for this one, which is a little bit surprising, to be honest. Historically, won 3, drawn 1, lost 5 times to Liverpool, which, to be fair, is not the worst record. They are a Pep Guardiola coach team. We all know about Pep, don't we? Wonderful, wonderful manager that he is. An adventurous passing style of play. We're expecting the same sort of formation that we usually play. They beat Derby County 3-1. Good to see John McGinn on the scorecard, though. Let's have a quick look here. We can see there their positional heat map. There is a very big gap between their fullbacks and their centre-backs. And seeing that, I think maybe we want to go with wingers rather than inside forwards, don't we? Or do we want to go with inside forwards? I can never figure out what I actually want to do. But I do like to use the width of the field, which is obviously a little bit concerning. It makes it a little bit more difficult to defend. This is a team we're sending out. I've just meant to do that as well. And it is Pickford in goal. It's Michelotti, Pavlovic, Suisi, and McAtee as the back four. Madio, Mabry, and Rambleson go again in midfield. It's Dan. We've had to promise Dan more first-team football, so he starts this one with Erkinger. It is Fete up, getting another chance up top. We could always switch these guys to wingers anyway, so we'll see how the game develops. So everybody is lining up as expected. Kai Havertz is there, Harvey Elliott. So they've got a few decent players there, you'd say, though maybe not the strongest Liverpool team. We'll see. What do we want to say to this? Expected to prove a point today. Just ignore the praise, boys. Just relax, go out there and try and win a game of Premier League football. All right, and here we go. Here we go. I should say too, I did do a little bit of experimenting regarding not getting the Villa job to see if it was actually going to be possible for us to get it. I did it I had a secondary save file. I did a little bit of save scumming to try and figure out, what we would need to do to get the job. And it is possible for us to get the job as that free kick is headed away. And are we going to get caught on the break here as Liverpool stream forward? And yeah, I know what we need to do. It may or may not involve a resignation letter, but I did manage to, in a world that doesn't exist necessarily, manage to get the Aston Villa job sort of this time around. So we know what we need to do now, or what I need to do. So next time the Villa job comes up, I think we will be saying farewell to Brentford, depending what time of the season it happens in. I guess I don't really want to resign at a crucial time. There's a good ball over the top there for Dan. Dan in for Rambleson. Can Rambleson pull it back? It's such a good place. It's up and Fete up sticks it away. Go on, boys. 1-0 to Brentford. Fete up. Only his 4th goal of the season. But a wonderful, wonderful flowing move there from Brentford. A cracking ball. I missed who it was that picked out Dan. Dan into Rambleson. Rambleson did so well. So well. Got himself to the byline. Crossed it back. Fete up with the header. 1-0 to Brentford. That's wonderful stuff. And can we go on with this now? One thing we really have struggled to do so far this season is to score goals. Which, given, at times we can look amazing when we do attack, but we haven't seen it from us this season. And I think a little bit of the problem, and I think I got a little bit complacent perhaps in training schedules, and now because, look at that, they're all nervous and everything, fantastic. And now because we're playing Champions League and so there's not very much time to have sort of full weeks of training uninterrupted, I think perhaps that I've let it slide a little bit and, it's headed away. It's not a good header from McAtee, and in first half injury time, what have you done, McAtee? What was that? It's the worst header you'll ever see in football. It's essentially a knockdown. Like, what is this? Let it go out. He's probably got to head it off the line, but just head it behind. Don't. Unbelievable. And there we go. It's 1-1 at halftime. Now, what do we say to that? They weren't good enough, were they? So let's tell them that. Let's get back out there, boys, and let's see what we can do. We've got a nervous-looking Pickford in goal. Perfect. All right, don't be nervous, Pickford. Don't be nervous. It's Saul and it's over the bar. That's not. Is it Saul? I forget how you say that name. All right, it's a throw for us. Let's hope we can rebound. Dan goes back to McAtee. You owe us, mate. He goes back for Suisi. Into Madio to McAtee. Back to Suisi. Back to McAtee. Forward. This is some nice football. There's the ball over the top for Fete Up. Can Fete Up finish for the second time? No, he cannot. Straight at the goalkeeper. And is that the highlight, or is it going to come back the other way? No, that is indeed the highlight. Dan is only playing a 6.3. You wanted first team football, mate. I give it to you, and you go, and this is how you repay me. Let's get you off. Let's get Hudson-Odoi on. And let's see what this can do for us. Liverpool have possession. Saul with the ball. Is that a loose pass? No. And there's the ball over the top. It's Urube in, and Pickford saves us once. Suisi clears it behind, and that is that. Looking anxious and nervous. Not good. Not good at all. Do we take a 1-1 against Liverpool? I mean, we wouldn't not take it. No pressure, boys. Why are we looking so nervous all of a sudden? They have come back into this, though, haven't they? All right, let us go and switch to the counter-attacking formation, put some pressure on them, and see if that can get us anything. Can we give it a late demand more? What we don't want to do is concede another goal, stoppage time at the end of the second half, do we? Come on, boys. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Oh, we're going to concede, aren't we? Jesus Christ. That is lucky. Inside of the post. Can we give it a last get creative? We cannot. Well, 1-1 against a good Liverpool team. We essentially got outplayed there, didn't we? But given that we've struggled a little bit of recently, I'm going to say that's maybe a little bit unlucky. So youthful Brentford, draw with Liverpool. I don't think it's the worst result. It's at home, so ideally we would have liked to have won it. We did draw Arsenal, that was at home as well, wasn't it? So we're not really picking up the results at home that I'd like to, but as long as if we're beating everybody else and we're getting draws off the teams that are up there with us, then that's going to typically mean a decent season for us. We had the first game of the weekend though, so that table's a little bit misleading. Arsenal could go back past us, and City will get right back up our backsides again. But guys, that'll do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Goal scoring, not really happening for us right now. Again, a very binary episode, 1-0 and 1-1. But I think the bare minimum has been reached there. We'll be back next time. We'll come straight back. It'll be Newcastle away, and then Champions League season on the line effectively. We have to win at home to Celtic. Our last game is away to Juventus. So if we can beat Celtic at home, especially if we can overturn the goal difference, then we'll be looking in a pretty good spot. But as you said, goal scoring is not necessarily our friend right now. If you've enjoyed that, guys, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Take care.